manifestors, earth angels, and badasses. This is Iris from universaliris.com, Facebook Universal Iris, and today I wanted to give you guys 10 mind hacks for more self-awareness, balance, and the one that we love the most, abundance. Number one is called twist on gratitude. So gratitude is actually based on the fact that the more grateful you are, and I know a lot of you guys have heard this, but there's a little twist to it, because the whole point of being grateful is actually training your mind that there is always enough. Because we grow up in a world where we've been told that there's not enough food, not enough love, not enough money. So your mind literally creates a negative loop thinking that there's not enough. So if you want to get out of that negative loop and create a mind hack for yourself, start to be grateful and say thank you for every little thing, every silly tiny little thing. Number two, problems are opportunities. Yes, they are. Rather than allowing problems to just erupt in an unexpected frequency, create your life to minimize the possibility of problems. And yes, this is possible, okay? Yes, problems do arise, but see them as opportunities for growth. See them as, the way I like to see problems is that I like to see them as a puzzle. So for me, the way that I like to view the world is that this world is one giant puzzle that I'm trying to solve. And it's called the game of life. So if you can see it that way, all of a sudden you don't get stuck in the pity party of I have this issue, I have this pain, and you move on much quicker to, okay, so how can I resolve this issue? One of my favorite things to say is, show me how I resolve this issue. Okay, number three, demand and deserve. So instead of just getting by accepting less or living in the status quo, shift your mind to wanting more from life. Stop trying to just get by with a paycheck. Ask for more. Or even if it's love, even if it's relationships, like ask more from your relationships. I want a healthier relationship. I want even a healthier relationship with your boss. Everything is possible, but you have to demand more from yourself, and then you start to demand more from life. Why? Because you deserve more. Okay, number four. I love number four. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because the way that I call number four is, it's not your fault, it's personal responsibility. So a huge shift happens when you finally accept that you had a lot to do with the problems that are happening in your life right now. This does not mean that it's your fault, but it means that you're taking responsibility for the issues that arise in your life, and you're actively seeking to solve them. Responsibility, if you break down the word, is actually the ability to be able to respond. So it has nothing to do with fault. You're not any less of a person. But if you understand that a lot of the problems that happen in your life, you had a lot to do with the fact that you have these problems arising, whether procrastination, whether it is lack of information, or whether it is bad decision making, there is always a way. But as long as we can actually admit to ourselves that, hey, maybe I got myself into this mess, then all of a sudden you can start to view the world and yourself and how do you react to situations a lot different and a lot healthier. Okay guys, number five. I really love number five. So number five is all about trusting yourself and trusting your gut. Okay, so this is all basically about moving away from asking others to solve the problems for you or asking for others' opinions, and really just go within yourself and ask yourself, what do I believe in? What do I think is correct for me? And that just really builds on, your self-trust. It really stops you from judging others and trusting your own intelligence, your own wisdom. And I mean, it will always teach you anyway when you do these things. Like, a lot of times people are very scared to trust their own gut. They think that it's going to steer them to the wrong direction. And I totally sympathize with you on that. Blah. I totally sympathize with you on that. However, it never really steers you wrong. It's all about understanding that there is a lesson to be learned. So please don't get mad at yourself and say, you see, I knew it. I used to say that actually. So please don't get mad at yourself for that. It's just you learned a lesson and you move on. The ability to respond. Okay, so before I move on to number 6, guys, I actually wanted to invite you guys to my Facebook Live that is going to be happening tomorrow, December 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, and 11 p.m. London time. And it's actually going to be happening in my Facebook group, and it's basically getting clear on manifestation and intuition. Being a LOA junkie and hypnotherapist and life coach, I have been able to highly develop my intuition to a point that now I am doing psychic work, and it's been really awesome. Many of you has probably seen my not my psychic readings, but my angel readings. They are, psychic readings, but but I connect with the angel realm, and I will be answering a lot of questions in my Facebook group. And so I definitely suggest, if you really want to understand your own patterns, bring your questions and log in, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, guys. So let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is all about embracing change. This is one of the hardest things that we can actually do as human beings, because we don't like change. Human beings don't like change. So this is what we normally tend to call a problem. Like when we lose a job, whether it is getting fired or whether it is being laid off, we think that the world is gonna fall over. But the reality is that every time that the universe kind of kicks you out to a major shift and a major change, it's always because it's trying to teach you something for the better. It's not trying to teach you something because it's punishing you, okay? The universe does not punish you. It just makes you see a mirror of yourself. So if we can learn to embrace change and say, you know what, it is time to let go of something before the universe kicks you out of something, maybe, just maybe, that is one of the ways that you can actually decrease ways of your problems, ways of solving your problems. Oh my God, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. So yes, I hope you understand that embracing change is so amazing and so helpful. And it takes a little time. All of these little things take a little time, but just understand that the universe really does have your back, and embracing change is all about letting go. Number 7. So let go of the selfish and embrace self first. This is huge, guys. So many of us have grown up thinking that, at least I know I used to hear it a lot with my mother, and I know she didn't mean it. I love her to death. She's like my best friend. But we are used to growing up thinking of ourselves first is selfish. I used to hear it all the time. Oh, you're selfish. You're so selfish. Or this is selfish. Or he's selfish. I still hear it so much with my clients that they come and see me, that part of the reason why they don't change is because they think that they're being selfish and they're going to leave people behind. Just think of it as I'm being self-loving, and self-lovingly I come first. And weigh out your pros and cons. You know when you're being selfish. It has everything to do with your intentions. So try to let go of selfish and embrace lovingly self first. Okay, so number 8, make that jump and take the initiative. What else am I supposed to say about that? And know when to actually start something instead of delaying it and procrastinating it. Okay, so we can all relate to procrastination. However, explore those feelings. Explore the feelings of procrastination, the feelings of fear. Explore why it is that you haven't taken initiative. And maybe, just maybe, you can clear out a fear and you can actually take the initiative for something new. And most of the time is a lot easier than it looks. Actually, most things look hard, and then when you do them, they're a lot easier. So it's a total mind hack, guys. Total mind hack. Okay, so number 9. Number 9 is all about becoming action-oriented. So stop reading about the law of attraction. Stop watching 1,010 different videos on how to change or personal growth and actually start applying it. Stop going to the seminars. You know who you are. There are some people that go to the seminars after seminar after seminar, but they don't really even apply it. Or they buy the books, they read the books, but they don't apply the things that are in the books. So my challenge to you is stop doing that and actually become more action oriented, and you'll start to see some magic roll into your life. And my last one, number 10, question your negative thoughts. That's it. One thing that I've realized is that our thoughts are very powerful, but you are not your thoughts. And so I want you to question all your doubts and all your thoughts. Where do they come from? And are they really real? You are the only competition that you really have. Why? Because of your mind. Nobody else. So question your negative thoughts, and you'll be surprised that they really have no merit. And so, I mean, no one else can judge you but you. So question it. When I started to question my beliefs and my negative thinking, everything changed for me, guys. And so that's my biggest advice to you all. Question your beliefs, and especially your negative thoughts, because you are not your thoughts. In the end, you are love. And so I know that a lot of you are very familiar with these mind hacks, you can say. So try to start to apply them, one by one. You can even do 1 week one and a week another. And yeah, let me know how it goes. And I hope you guys can join me on my Facebook Live tomorrow, December 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, and 11 p.m. London Time. And I love you guys, and mwah.